Hello and welcome back, Squirrel Nation. I hope you're all having an outstanding day. So Drodo finally gave me my support code, and I'm going to show you all who are willing to be my supporters how to do this. So if you notice at the top middle of my screen, you see a GIF box with eyes that's shining. You click on that. And then on the left-hand side, you see pack events, and below that is support a creator. You click on that, and then you enter my code, which is right here. It is N2MUZG, and you hit accept, and it will say support successful, and then you have supported me. So basically, what that does is for everything you spend in the game, the Drodo will send me 5% of that. And then the other major thing that it does is it just lets Drodo know which creators the community supports. So even if you don't plan to spend money, honestly, the thing I care most about is just getting the support so Drodo knows that Squirrel Nation is a popular community so that they will give us more support, and hopefully in the future they can help us grow Squirrel Nation. So anyways, for anybody willing, please add me. I really appreciate it. And with that said, let's dive into today's video. Okay, so for today's video, I'm actually going to test out the new Rogue Guard unit. So the first part of the video, I'm actually just playing legitimately, but then I see the opportunity to go demons and go for the Rogue Guard, so I end up taking that. So this video is more to show you all how the Rogue Guard works and how its damage affects a demon comp, and it's not so much on optimal play. So just keep that in the back of your mind. So anyways, at the first part of the video, I'm going to discuss just kind of my decision making, and then for the later parts of the video, we'll discuss the Rogue Guard and demons and what type of things you want to aim for. So anyways, we start off Berserker, or sorry, not Berserker, Trent Protector, or Tusk. Oh my gosh. I can tell today is going to be one of those days. So we're starting off with our Tusker, and basically that is just a strong opening, and we see Coffee, shout out to Coffee, always leaving comments and interacting with me, so glad to see you in game. There we go, we hit our Tusk, and then we are picking up the Taboo Witcher. So it's a good start. The reason that's a good start is that opens up Beast Warrior, which is very strong. That opens up Feather comps, which are also very strong. They're probably two of the strongest builds. So great, really great start. A lot of opportunity to do different things. In the next shop, I will be looking for either warriors to get a 3 warrior synergy, or I would be looking for probably something to mix in just power-wise, like goblins or you know, hunter, early game type of stuff, early knights. Taboo Witcher synergy-wise doesn't really make strong early game synergies. Feather is not a strong early game synergy, but Taboo itself is a good unit. So that's why when I mentioned Tusk, he's building into early game synergies, whereas the Taboo Witcher is just kind of a strong individual unit, but combining him with anything is not really super optional. Here I'm thinking between the Heaven Bombers or the Lightblade Knight. I decide to go with the Lightblade Knight. The reason is because I don't have any other goblins, and Heaven Bomber, if I hit it at 2-star, is nice, but without goblin synergy it's not super great. And I already have 2 other 2-stars, and they're already leading me towards some of the stronger comps in the game, so I'd honestly prefer to develop towards those strong synergies than take this Heaven Bomber and just kind of have a holder piece waiting till later in the game. So that is that. We're just scouting. I'm looking what are other people doing. So one thing about my scouting, we've been talking about, it's evolving, is to me the main thing when you're deciding what comp to go is actually countering the lobby. So I think there's a few ways you can conceptualize counter building. One way is you can simply go for something that's uncontested, and then another way is that you can go to counter what the majority of other people in the game are doing. I think I used to go for what is uncontested, and going for what's uncontested is still a good thing, and I still do try to do that, but I think even more important is countering what other people are doing. So if I see a lot of warriors, I'll build a warrior counter. If I see a lot of mages, I'll build mage counters. If I see a lot of feather, I'll build feather counters. So hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, we do hit 2 other warriors. So if you notice, I got my 3 warrior synergy, and then my Taboo Witcher mixed in there just as a nice, strong unit. So our start is definitely nice. We have high quality 2-stars, and we have some very nice early game synergies, so things are looking good. Swordsman, definitely want to pick that up. That is great. Now I can mix in an additional synergy. The question always becomes at level 4, so round 5 and 6, should I spend the gold to level or not? So my rule of thumb is if I'm win streaking, or if I think I can be on a win streak, I will level. Leveling has more advantage than just letting you stay on a win streak. Leveling also increases your probability of getting higher cost, better units. So that's also something you need to consider. Sometimes I will actually level just because the composition that I'm going to go for requires higher cost units, and I want to start accumulating those high cost units, even though maybe I am not going to get on a win streak. So anyways, we do level. We get in another warrior, so now we have the Cave Clan bonus plus the warrior bonus and Witcher, obviously. And anyways, we do lose. So like I said, we spent the gold. We still lose. That's unfortunate. That's probably one of the only people who beats us in the game, realistically. So that is what it is. And here's where things kind of, oh, okay, you know what? Fallen Witcher. Okay, so I can grab a Fallen Witcher. I have a Taboo Witcher. And at this point is where I kind of transition from try-harding to, okay, let's turn this into a test game so we can have some fun with it. We can see what these new demons are all about. So keep in mind, in this game, my objective is I want to get to level 9 so that I can have a high probability of getting Rogue Guard, and so I want to have the economy. So I still am going to focus on, I want to be able to save a lot of health, so I am going to focus on having a strong team comp so that I can take a lot of health and a lot of economy into like round 21 so that I can try to hit level 9 with a full 50 gold economy, and then I can roll down heavily. So that is my plan. And so my decisions going on in this game follow that plan, right? So anyways, at this point, I know what I'm going to go for, so I can start to just be more selective about my units. And I am just going for that power. We'll grab the Taboo Witcher because I would like to get that to 3-star definitely. And then I can start to get rid of the Knights. I can even start to get rid of the Druids. I think here I'm just holding them because it doesn't affect my economy unless I win this round. So if I win this round, I am very likely to sell the Druids and the Stone Spirit. So yeah, and anyways. So my plan, because of how my game is starting, I have a lot of warriors, and I have the Taboo Witcher, and I have the Fallen Witcher already. So my plan is actually to go 6 warriors, because 6 warriors is very powerful early. It's very powerful into mid-game. That's going to let me save up my economy, get to level 9, and get that Rogue Guard that we need. And then when I get my Rogue Guard in, things will look good, because then I actually have 6 warriors to make a very good synergy with the Rogue Guard, plus I will have my demons mixed into the game. So that is the composition we go for. Bam, we hit Berserker. That is beautiful, because that's just helping us get towards our 6 warriors. So there we go. We get our 6. So we get another warrior in. And then at this point, if you look at my bench, I do have a 5th warrior, because I'm at 4 on the board. So I could put in a 5th and 6th. But to do that, I would be taking out a 2-star Taboo Witcher and a Fallen Witcher to put in 1-star Stone Spirit and a 1-star Abyssal Guard. And I just don't think it's worth it. I think that actually makes for a weaker team. So that is why I leave them on the bench, even though I do know that they are there. So anyways, we'll see how that plays out. And if you look at my DPS meter, a lot of times that's what you're looking for. Do you need survivability or do you need damage? So if I go to 6 warriors, it increases my team's survivability, but my damage is going to have a big fall off, because if you look at my top 3 spots, Berserker, Taboo Witcher, and Fallen Witcher. So basically, if I do go for 6 warrior, I'm going to lose 2 of my top 3 DPS units, and I just don't need it. My team's surviving fine. We're not having issues. Here we go, Shadow Devil. Cool. We're picking up another demon, so that's good. I do want to put it in. And at this point, I'm already going to have 3 warriors anyways, so to me, I put it in for the extra damage. Now, here's where the survivability might come into question a little bit, but like I said, I want to test these demons. I want to see, can you ride a demon comp through mid-game, that type of a thing. So anyways, once again, we're going to look at our DPS meter. We're going to evaluate our team's survivability and see what we think about it. So we crush through the golems, don't lose anybody, so that's a good sign, but let's see how it goes against the first human round. So items, a lot of items when I run a six warrior are going to go onto the units I have in the center. So Berserker is going to be a good unit to put stuff on. And then I'm also probably going to put a lot of stuff on Fallen Witcher. The reason for that is Fallen Witcher is my key carry. We know Fallen Witcher will be a key carry later in the game. And so that's why. So we do upgrade to a 2-star Chieftain. So I pull out the Swordsman for that reason. And this, I think this becomes the point. The fact that I also got a 2-star of my Abyssal Guard is like, okay, then there's more of a reasoning to switch out. At this point, I am also thinking now maybe more 6 warriors, but same thing. I think my survivability is fine with 3 warriors that are at 2-star in the front. So we do stick with that. And once again, we're watching the DPS meter. This fight's going well. Look at my front line. My front line has no issue whatsoever. We look at what place this person is. That's actually second to last, so that's not big a deal. We crushed 3rd place. So when you're crushing people, keep in mind where they're positioned in the game, like how well they're doing in the game, because that's going to kind of let you know. So yes, I did crush that person. I did crush the person who's in 6th place, but that's not really saying that much because of where they're ranked. Okay, so now I hit a 2-star Stone Spirit. I would expect myself to switch to 6 warriors now, yep, which I am doing. And then we will ride the 6 warriors. Okay, I am doing, okay. I'm scaring myself here in this replay. So we do hit our 6 warriors. So you can see. So that's kind of how the logic goes. I'm always putting in my strongest team. Synergies don't always trump star quality and vice versa. It really comes down to what do you think is the strongest team that you could put on the field at any given time. And you can see how that's evolving based on quality, based on my bench, that type of stuff. So anyways, like I said, if I was tryharding here, I would just get rid of the demons, the Taboo Witcher, everything. I would econ up. We'd go 6 Beast Warrior. But that's not the case. In this case, I do want to test this out. So we're keeping a lot of value on our bench. If you see right now, we have 6, 9, 10 gold sitting on our bench in units that are probably not going to get in the game anytime soon, because until level 7 we can only get 1 in, and then level 8 we'll get another 1 in, right? And then I have to have the Taboo and the Fallen Witcher to get demons in the game, to get multiple demons in the game. So basically, until level 8, I'm not even going to be using most of the stuff on my bench. So we're talking about quite a few rounds. So it's round 13. I'll be 8 at round 21. So for 8 rounds, I'm just going to be sitting on that gold. That's why generally that wouldn't be the good call. But like I said, we are just trying. And just, you know, being nice. I do love, and I try to be interactive when people, you know, notice me in game. I say hey and everything. So, yep. And it is always nice to know that, you know, Squirrel Nation is showing some love in game. Okay, so unfortunately for this, we aren't able to get on nice streaks. Really, we kind of start to get on a streak, we lose it. So, not a big deal. And then, yeah, the most common question is this going to be on the channel? So a lot of you, if you ever see me in game and you're wondering if this is going to be on the channel, it honestly comes down to if it's an interesting game. So basically, this one I kind of did know was going to be on the channel because I am going to go for the demons. But at the same time, if I don't hit Rogue Guard, I know, spoiler alert, then I'm probably not going to show the video. So anyways, that's how it works. You know, if you see me in game, sometimes there are a lot of times that you will end up in the YouTube, and yeah. So anyways, still we're just carrying on. Plan, like we said, I want to econ up here, right? I am second in HP. I do have a very strong mid-game synergy with 6 warriors. Even though I did lose, I'm not heavily losing, and so our health is safe. Like here, we're gonna lose, but we should, you know, melt the enemy down decently. 7 HP is not that big of a deal at this point in the game. We're fighting 3rd place, and then we want to see how they did. We go check. Okay, same thing. They beat us by 3 heroes, so we're okay. We can wait. We do get another Shadow Devil, so nice. We're just trying to build up those demons, so once we do get to that build, we can get it in there. It's wolves. We're going to reposition, yep, down to the side, and basically I just want to make it so my biggest tanks take the most aggro, and I would assume I'll go into an L position. That's probably the best when you're 6 warriors, so yep, like that, and then drop 1 more back. Yep, perfect, L position. So the reason for this is it keeps my Berserker the safest. If you notice the engagement pattern, bam, both my 2 2-stars get 3 of the wolves, and then my Abyssal Guard gets the main wolf, so that is perfectly how you want to do it as 6 warriors. I would say wolves used to be a positional issue for me, but I basically figured out the wolves. So every comp, I think, has slightly different optimal wolf patterns, but in general, if you leave the very back row empty, and then you position your team in a box, you will be okay with your tanks on the back row. So the closest to the back of the board, you will generally be fine against wolves. So just a wolves tip for any of you watching. Bam, we hit Doom. That's good because we can automatically put Doom in. So now we have our first demon in the game. I obviously do want to hit the demons. My plan for my demon comps are going to be Doom will be a demon, Rogue Guard will be a demon, Shadow Devil will be a demon, and then Fallen Witcher and Taboo I have there. Fallen Witcher the demon, but he's there more for the Witcher synergy. So anyways, we're at 6. I do decide to upgrade because the reason there is I want to protect my HP. I know this sounds crazy because I'm giving up the economy, but remember my goal is really to be able to have a 50 gold economy throughout level 8 so that I can get to level 9 and reroll heavily, right? So at this point, my thought is I just lost 2 rounds. You know what, why don't we spend a little gold now, just 15 gold, which is only costing us 1 interest per round. We give that up for now, and that's going to allow us to have more health, give us a higher opportunity, or a higher % probability of getting to level 9, having a good economy to get the Rogue Guard, which is my main focus in this video. So, hit another Fallen Witcher, get Swordsman out of there. He's not going to go in, right? All I need is my 6 warriors. I don't really care which warriors they are outside of the demons. I do want to hit my Doom. And obviously, I mean, a werewolf, I'm not going to turn it down. Pirate Captain, I'm not going to turn it down, but we are just riding 6 warriors to get us to that point of the game. And same thing, we're just watching how we're doing. So we're fighting this person from our view, and they are, what? This is 6th place, and we're also fighting last place from their point of view. So it looks like we're basically crushing through 6th place. But like I said, keep in mind where people are positioned. Another thing to keep in mind, though, is people who lose streak are going to power up into round 15 plus. So actually a lot of the lower ranked people end up being the strongest teams when you're talking about round 15, round 20, like in between that range. Those lose streaking teams can really come on because they're going to spend their bank. So if you notice, last place had 60 gold and now is deciding to level and probably reroll. So they're going to power up into these rounds. So just keep that in mind. Early game, if they're in last place, that probably means they have a weak team, but actually mid-game, after the Wolves, that type of time range, actually a lot of the teams that are in like 6th, 7th, and 8th place are probably going to power up, or else they're going to be risking going out last place. So in this, not a big deal. We're fighting somebody with kind of an assassin mixture. If you notice, the Soulbreaker does nothing to a Berserker. So this is why assassins are terrible against 6 Warrior, right? Even the 6 Warrior's damage carry, which is my Berserker, can easily solo a 2-star Soulbreaker with no issue whatsoever. And my Berserker, I don't even think has items at this point. So that's just the armor you're watching. So anyways, things are going good. Same thing, cool, we're econing up. The plan is going good, right? We lost 2. We did spend that gold to get to 7 quicker, and since then we haven't lost any rounds, so that's great. And we're almost back up to that 50 gold economy. Most people, around 21, we're going to go to level 8. So my economy will be good going in there. Normally, if I was going Beast Warriors, I would be rolling more heavily, especially at round 8, because I'd want to hit my Lone Druid, I'd want to get my Werewolf start up. But in this game, once again, we want to get that Rogue Guard, so we're going to target level 9. I will say another comp that this is very common in, or there's 2 other comps that this type of leveling economy strategy are very common, and that's Divinity and also Goblins. And the reason for that is because they want to get those 5-cost legendary units. So if you are somebody trying to work on Divinity, if you're somebody trying to work on a 6 Goblin type comp, you might actually want to copy the style of play that I'm taking out of this in this video, just because I am targeting level 9 so that I can high roll. Roll at a high level so I have a high chance of getting those higher cost units. We are getting a Pirate Captain, so we'll grab that, definitely. And there we go. So we have the nice warriors. Now comes the hard choice. I didn't put in the werewolf because he was only 1-star and I didn't want to sell a 2-star. But now with human and werewolf, the consideration is more there. The reason for it is this, is now I get the human synergy from having the pirate captain and the werewolf, and I get the utility. So even here, I'm probably thinking, should I get rid of the Red Axe Chief to put in my werewolf? I would say down the road, that is definitely the way to go. And we're just seeing if anything popped up in chat, so I can have some good manners. You know, if anybody takes the time to say something nice, I try to say something back to them. But anyways, grab the mana crystal, get the items, not bad at all. And there we go. And yep, do not disturb. There we go. I forgot to turn it on. Shadow Devil 2-star, sweet, because we are getting to that point. And notice it is 8, we level, beautiful. I want to put in the Shadow Devil, but I can't. So anybody not sure why I can't do that? Well, okay, I could, but I would have to take out my Doom and put in the Werewolf. So I could take out Doom, put in Werewolf, and then put in the Shadow Devil, and maybe that's the play. But the Fallen Witcher is still good, so I don't know. That one is maybe I should have. Should I have? The other thing is I get good items onto this. So I get the Mana Crystal on your Fallen Witcher, which you really, really want, because you want your Fallen Witcher to ult as soon as possible. So that, I think the Mana Crystal is kind of what made me a little greedier to put in my Fallen Witcher. Otherwise, I wouldn't have used the Mana Crystal. So we do lose heavily, so I might switch to what I just said, which is switch in the Werewolf, take out Doom, and then get in my, my Shadow Devil. So, anyways, we're still going. It's okay, we're at 60 health. Round 21, we are at level 8, we're at 40 gold. And like we said, from here, econ up, and I'm going to try to get to 9 as quickly as I can, and then heavily reroll. Beautiful, we get our Fallen Witcher to 2-star, which basically eliminates the need to do what I was talking about in terms of the Shadow Devil. I guess I could still do it, but I like Doom a lot. I put a lot of value on Doom, but Shadow Devil does bring that really big DPS, so that's maybe a misplay. Actually, I'll say it's a misplay. It's a misplay. I won't be wishy-washy. So yeah. Anyways, we're just going to try to maintain health. This is a great test because this is the Glacier Knight. So if we can kind of hang in there against them, that's good for us. But at the same time, this is 6th place. So that's another reason to, I hope we're doing well against them. But like we said before, 6th place now probably means this person kind of lose streak and spent a lot of gold to get strong, and you can see that they're down to 2 gold, so they did spend a lot of their economy to get strong, so they're probably actually one of the stronger comps in the team. Bam, another Fallen Witcher, nice. If I can get a 3-star Fallen Witcher, that would be amazing. If you're going any demon comp, Fallen Witcher will be your damage carry. And we are getting to the point where I'm going to be able to show you all what I mean by that. So right now, I would actually be thinking of selling my Red Axe Chief to put in Werewolf because I want to get over the 50 gold, and I don't really think it's that big of a downgrade. And I believe I have some items on my Red Axe Chief that I would like to get on other units like my Fallen Witcher, because I think I have armor on him, if I remember correctly, but I may not be. And all of our favorite item, Heaven's Blessing, disgusting. The item is just, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to rant on the item, but yeah, so that person does crush through me. It's very hard to get through that shield if you are a auto attack focused team, but still, it's fine. We're on a lose streak, which is actually good in this case because we are trying to build up economy. No matter what, I have enough health. I know I have enough health to level to 9 and then reroll. So I'm still just being patient. We're still sticking with it. And there we go, combined our items. At this point, actually, I've started to... Frantic Mask used to just be, okay, of course I'm going to combine it. Now I really want to get the what is it called? Ghost Mask? Ghost something. But the other item, which is the mask plus the magic resistance cloak, because that gives an aura of lifesteal. So an aura of lifesteal is better than just one unit having lifesteal, especially in this case when I'm going for this 6 warrior comp. So that's why I was kind of hesitating to put that on there. So anyways, some more marksmen. Yeah, they're stomping on me, and that's you know, not to be too surprised. It's a 6 feather with marksman, so you know, I would expect to get kind of stomped on at this point. The reason for that is my warriors just can't hit the feather units, and the hunters, especially the dwarf snipers, just targeting onto my squishy carry, my berserker and such, but that's fine. The reason I say that's fine is because we got the anti-avoidance item on our Fallen Witcher, and he is our damage carry. You can see it right there in the first position. And yeah, see, the Red Axe Chief does have that armor. I would like to get that on my Fallen Witcher because he's going to be not only my damage carry, but he is also a great tank. So we finally do pull the trigger, sell the Red Axe Chief. Bam! We're loading up our Fallen Witcher. Great. Shields, be careful about where you put them. You want to put them on units that are going to be at the center of your team comp so that if you get Heaven's Blessing, you can get that, yeah, you can get it on a centralized unit. So anyways, that's the thought going on there. And like we said, after this, I will be round 26, level 9, and we are going to reroll. We are going to try to hit that rogue guard so that we can really show off our demon. So bam, we hit level 9 at 55 gold. Beautiful. Our strategy has gone in, and now we reroll. We're looking for that, right? We don't have too much health left to work with either, so it's like, yeah, let's go for it. Beautiful. Doomguard, we're getting 2 stars. Grabbing, we get another 2-star. Tusker, we're getting we're getting it all. I'm gonna roll down, see if I can get the Berserker so I don't have to use egg. I can't get it, so we use the egg on our Berserker, and bam, our team is looking much, much stronger. So anyways, we are looking good. Hopefully we can hit our Rogue Guard. That's the big thing, right? So here we go, another Glacier Knight, and this time we are absolutely stomping them. So that is beautiful. We're also fighting 3rd place from their point of view, so we should definitely go check in on how that's going. And we do, and we beat them with 3 heroes alive, so that is looking good. And here we go. We are fighting for those top spots. A few people are going to be eliminated pretty quickly, judging by the health levels. Probably within 3 rounds, at least one other person is going to be out, if not multiple teams out by then. So we're just kind of scouting around, see what people have. See what teams are going to be an issue for me. It looks like that person with Siren is going to be an issue. The reason why is I believe that Siren has quite a few items based on its ult speed, so I'm adjusting my formation to deal with the Siren. I'm putting the Taboo Witcher aligned with the Siren, and then I'm putting my Shadow Devil aligned with the Siren also so that it will attack the Siren right away because I want to leech the mana and kill her. Unfortunately, that person sees it and then moves the Siren behind the God of War, so hey, good play by them, but, you know, I did my best, whatever, you know. Scouting when there's 6 people left is hard, and repositioning, so I mean, I give that person credit. They must have understood that I was a threat to them and repositioned. Anyways, so we still crushed through that. We are also crushing through 1st place, so it's looking good. It looks like we're going to have time to reroll. We're going to have time to get that Rogue Guard and see how it's going. So at this point, we can talk a little bit about why I think this is probably the way to go if you want to run Rogue Guard. I think this is the comp. There are probably small tweaks I would make. This is, I literally theorized it and just went for it in game. So this is not a refined comp. If you wanted to refine it, we could talk about that a little bit. Maybe in the comments, discuss it with me. I'd be happy to theory craft with you in the comments. But the reason I think, bam, we hit it. Nice. Sell our Doom. Get it in there. Beautiful. And here we go. So the reason I think this is the way to go is because, 1, you're making use of the Rogue Guard synergies, and 2, I think 6 Warriors complements Demons because, 1, 2 of the Demons are Warriors. 2 of the strongest Demons in Doom and the Rogue Guard, and then also Fallen Witcher fits very well into a Warrior type comp because it's that melee and it turns into range. And Taboo Witcher kind of brings not CC but adjustability. Unfortunately, we get stomped by this person, so that is unfortunate. So now our health, we're on the brink. One loss and we're out of this game. So can we save this? So anyways, let's watch the DPS meter. So the main reason I ran this comp, the main reason I tried to include as many demons as I possibly could is because I wanted to show you all how the DPS looks. So if you think about the top demons, normally what we're talking about is you're talking about Doom, you're talking about Shadow Devil, and you're talking about Fallen Witcher, right? When you talk about demon comps, those tend to be the 3 strongest DPS. They're known to be demons with very high DPS. So I wanted to get all of them in this comp so that I could see how they match up with when the Rogue Guard does his ultimate. I'm putting my silence on the far right side, both my silences, because that's where a lot of the teams are stacked. A lot of the teams are in a box in the right side, my top right, so I want my silence in the 1 and 2 spot from the right-hand side. So that's why Werewolf and Pirate are where they are. But anyways, so let's keep an eye on the DPS meter and see how that goes. So Shadow Devil, you're going to notice when Shadow Devil ults, there's that big burst, but actually it doesn't have the sustained damage, and it's squishy, so it doesn't have it keep going. Rogue Guard, you can see, is getting that cleave, and it does help. Fallen Witcher is low until it ults, and then it just takes off, and Doom is just overall consistent. Okay, so I want to be clear about that. You'll see this play out more depending on the fight. Rogue Guard's damage is really great when people are stacked up because he has the splash damage. The problem is he's kind of squishier, and it's going to be hard to get items onto him because you're not going to get him until your comp has already made it to a certain point in the game. So I already have my armor items onto other carries, right? So it's gonna, like, I'm not gonna sit on a 10 armor item or, right, any barbaric armor, those type of things to get them in case I get a Rogue Guard. So I don't think people are gonna get items on him really. And getting any legendary to 2-star is a very inconsistent thing. It's inconsistent to even get the legendary in the first place. So Rogue Guard, I think he'll do good damage, but he's going to die, and then his damage is going to fall off. It's kind of the same as Shadow Devil, right? Both of them have that same utility. They're going to do AoE, big burst damage onto the team, but then they're squishy, they're going to die, and then your other demons will carry. So if you notice the way I'm setting up because I want my Rogue Guard's ultimate to trigger as fast as possible. For those of you who do not know, Rogue Guard's ultimate gives all other demons plus 100 attack. So if you look, that ends up being insane. And here I was just trying to drop back. I wasn't really sure what formation to use because that Siren player is wrecking me, and it has too many mana items. I think the Siren has like 3 mana items. It's literally just insta-ulting. So I was trying to keep like my Shadow Devil and some of my stuff back so we're not all getting hit. So that's why I'm positioning back. But anyways, Heaven's Blessing gets off. My Rogue Guard does get its ult off. And once again, we look. Shadow Devil does get the initial burst. Doom, nice and consistent. But then as soon as Fallen Witcher ults, it's just like DPS nonstop. So moral of the story, if you are going to run a demon comp, and this is really what I wanted to show everybody out of this video, if you're going to run a demon comp, I would say Shadow Devil is actually pretty optional. It's not really a big deal in reality, but the 2 demons that you absolutely want to have in are you want the Doom and you want the Fallen Witcher. So if I was to run this comp in the future, honestly, I think I would just go with my core being Doom Guard, Rogue Guard, the Fallen Witcher, and the Taboo Witcher, and then I would build around it. So Shadow Devil, if I ran this again, I would actually switch out Shadow Devil for something else. And that's, once again, just because its survivability, its damage is just not really where you would want it. So bam, we're back to that Siren. I decided it's better to just front. And our Heaven's Gift does get us through this. You can see how much it's helping us against these hunters. And anyways, once the front line goes, these hunters just get melted. And look at the DPS meter. Once again, Fallen Witcher very far ahead, and then Doom is a nice second. And you can just see the Fallen Witcher's damage is absolutely sick. Like, look at that, 422 with 0.8 attack speed. That is disgusting. Like, that is so insane. And let's see if we can get to 3-star. Will we get it to 3-star? That becomes the even more exciting thing. To put in perspective, for those of you who don't watch health as much, if you look at the health pool of, like, let's say my Taboo Witcher, right? My Taboo Witcher has, I think, 1100 health at 2-star. So my Fallen Witcher right now is 3-shotting a 2-star Taboo Witcher. Like, any 2-star squishy unit, like these hunters, are going to probably get 2, maybe 2-shot, but basically 3-shot by my Fallen Witcher. So that is how sickening that damage is. And then with combination with the Rogue Guard, because to be clear, that damage is coming after the Rogue Guard ultimates, right? That's in addition to the Rogue Guard's 100 extra damage from its ultimate. Another thing I was testing in this video is it seems that the Rogue Guard's ultimate is persistent. And what I mean by that is you'll notice The Rogue Guard ultimates, then it dies, but my team still carries the 100 extra attack damage. I hope that's understandable the way that I'm saying that. Because I wasn't sure that maybe when the Rogue Guard dies, like it's the damage aura is from it, so maybe all my demons will lose their plus 100 attack, but that seems to not be the case. From what I can tell, when Rogue Guard ultimates, your demons will keep that plus 100 attack even if the Rogue Guard dies. So that's another really important thing if you're going to use this synergy. There you go. You can see the Rogue Guard's ultimate, by the way. It's like that red flare. In this match, you can see my Rogue Guard staying alive. And even though it's at 1 star, it's 4th on the DPS meter, so not too bad. But at the same time, the enemies weren't clumped, right? So it was only really splashing onto 2 things. And here we go, just these so beefy Doom and Fallen Witcher beautifulness. Okay, so now we're fighting for top 3. Can we take this Demon Rogue Guard comp into top 3? Let's see. Anyways, yeah, we're still rerolling. Honestly, I just want to get the Fallen Witcher, right? I just want to get the Fallen Witcher, get the Taboo. You know, the Pirate Captains would be nice, obviously, to get to 2 star, but you know, for the fun of this video, I want to see what a 3 star Fallen Witcher with a Rogue Guard ultimate looks like, and it may just be one-shotting things. So anyways, that was just kind of the fun I was trying to have with it. So anyways, again, you can see the Rogue Guard, that red flash is how you know it goes off. You can also see the aura on the team. Like if you look at Doom, it's probably the easiest to tell. It kind of has that red tint. That's how you can tell the Rogue Guard's ultimate is on it. Otherwise, I didn't see any other indication that Rogue Guard's ultimate is active, unless you look at the attack damage or you can look at that aura around a unit. So those are, to me, the best way to tell. If anybody knows a better way, please let me know down in the comments. But anyways, so here I was thinking polymorph. So the polymorph or changing would be good if it hits a siren. That would definitely help me. But then I was like, I mean, that's 1 out of 9 chance, or 1 out of 10 chance that it hits that siren. So why don't I just take the ice armor and make the team attack slower? The reason for that is because if they're attacking slower, then my team's going to live through the siren CC, and you're basically seeing that play out in this round. So anyways, we're getting them. We are stomping on the other person also, and just look at that, the Fallen Witcher, 7,200 damage. My Doom was in next with like 2,000. So anyways, we are into 3rd, and we're now fighting for 2nd and 1st place, right? So the other person's at 1 HP, I'm at 6 HP. Can we make it? Bam, Puppet Mask. And sorry, that was the item I was talking about before, Puppet Mask. So Puppet Mask, beautiful. I centralize it, right? So now my Doom, my Fallen Witcher, everything around my Doom is going to have the life steal, which is beautiful. And yeah, anyways, we are setting up. And yeah, Fallen Witcher, come on. We do pass a Taboo Witcher, so that's kind of a little rip. But like I said, I'm very focused on the Fallen Witcher at that time. Unfortunately, my ice armor didn't really hit the team that much, so that's unfortunate. But I didn't buy the ice armor for this team. I bought the ice armor to try to fight 1st place, so I'm fine as long as against 1st place it pops off. And you can see my Fallen Witcher just like, I mean, look at this, just melts. Like, it's like, oh, 1v3, 1v4, not a big thing, no problem. Take a little of this. I'll double Doom in damage for the top spot. Nice, another avoidance item. We don't need it at this point. The Druid, the 6 feather player did just die. By the way, if you remember, my Fallen Witcher does have the anti-avoidance item. That's why I'm able to carry through against those 6 feather. So something I would say be very cautious of moving forward for everybody is when you see a feather player who's going to be in the top 3 of the game, you need to make sure you save your rods to build the anti-avoidance item, or else you're going to be in a really rough spot. So anyways, now we are fighting for 1st place. Can we do it? He's at 21 health. We're at 6 health. This has been the player giving us issue. That Devastator ultimate unfortunately wrecks my Fallen Witcher before he can get un-CC'd and stomp on the enemy, and we lose it off. But not a big deal. It was a fun game. I hope you all enjoyed, and we still push into Queen using that build, so even better. But anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. We've had lots of questions about different demon builds and all that type of stuff. Like I said, final notes, I think 6 Warriors is the way to go if you want to do the new demons. And I would switch out Shadow Devil, and what would I switch it for would probably be something with CC. some sort of CC character. So maybe like a Tsunami Stalker, a Siren. It kind of depends on if you get mana items or not. But anyways, that does it for today's video. Take care, happy ranking, and as always, I will talk to you all tomorrow.